And we're live.
First of all, I've met Logan. He's enormous. Like
he's very tall, aren't they? Yeah.
I don't know what his stat sheet says, but I would guesstimate by standing next to him and like putting my hands on him that he was 6'3", because he's definitely taller than me. But his neck, I've got big hands, and there's no way I could get my hands around this man's neck. It's so fucking thick, and he's jacked.
I want to know where on Fetlife you found the Logan Paul choking fetish.
I was in this stupid movie with him, and there's a part where I have to choke him, and I'm choking him, and I'm just like, dude, nobody's gonna believe that I could choke you. You realize? He's like, well, you do have the knife, and I'm like, I don't like my chances. I think you could probably take this away from me, man. He's like, no, that's a big knife. I'm like, you're a big boy. I think you can take this knife away from me. And
whatever happened with that movie?
They cut me out of it, thank God, because I feel like it was not going to be a good look.
Really? So it came out and you were cut out of it?
Yes. I was honestly very happy that I was.
Were you paid for it, or did you do it like as
I got paid like whatever the Screen Actors Guild like minimum is, like which is like maybe $600 a day or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Did you get a Screen Actors Guild card for it or anything?
I think I had to sign up for something. Yeah, I don't remember the specifics, but the you know, like Vitaly was the main villain, and I was like working with Vitaly to like kill everybody that was on the plane. So I think they just cut me out.
The Russian accent.
Oh yeah, it was yeah, because Vitaly's also Russian. Well, actually Russian, I should say. And the whole thing was that like we were working together to take out all the like influencers and YouTubers, and then he like turns on me at the end of the movie and kills me. And but no, I was honestly like. I didn't want to do it to begin with. Like my what do you call it? YouTube partner thing, your
network.
I owed my network a favor. They just had like bought my contract out from Machinima. They had spent like 6 figures, well over that, to like get me out of that stupid Machinima contract. And they were like, you know, we'd really appreciate it if you do this thing. And I'm like, all right. As long as I don't have to like, as long as you'll pay for everything, I'll do it. And it was just a fucking hassle. I flew to LA either twice or maybe even 3 fucking times. Like the first time I flew to LA, stayed at a hotel the housing situation was fucked. But in any case, I stayed out there for at least 2 nights, maybe 3. And because like movie production is so fucked and like the time schedule is always getting moved around, all that happened was I got measured for my wardrobe. Like I literally flew to LA, got measured for wardrobe, spent like at least 2 days there, flew back, and then flew back again like maybe a week later or something for my scenes. And I was there for like another like 2 or 3 days or something like that.
So were you upset with that?
Oh, I honestly didn't mind because I was getting a free trip to LA, and you know, all the, you know, it's legal weed out there, and I know girls out there, so like, you know, once we got my housing situation fixed, because it was like they were bouncing me around to like 2 different shitty places before I made them pay for a nice place. I was in like a pretty fucking nice apartment with like a girl and tons of weed, so I didn't mind. I was right there on like the Walk of Stars or whatever. I know that's a big area, but like I could look down and see hookers and all sorts of crazy nonsense at night down from like the 5th floor, and like smoke weed on the balcony all day and all night when I wasn't filming. So I didn't mind. I like traveling, but no, I was glad that they cut me out, frankly, because I felt like it was just silly. I didn't want to be doing the whole thing at all. I'm like wearing some suit, like running around in an airplane, like having a knife fight with somebody.
Did you feel silly?
Yes, I felt silly. It was goofy. I'm like spitting blood as I get stabbed. Vitaly's like, Vitaly kisses me. Like I just didn't want a clip of me and Vitaly kissing to exist forever. You know, like
I'm sure it's out there.
But it does. Someone's gonna release it up, and there'll be some guy
the
who's
director's
like
cut.
$50 patron sub who's just like, yes, guess what? I actually worked on that film, and I have a safe copy.
It wouldn't be the worst thing, but yeah. I honestly, it was just cool to sort of meet Logan because I thought he was a nice guy. And what I always say about Logan when he comes up, because for a long time he was getting so much shit because of that Japanese suicide forest thing, was that every time I met him or was in a room with him, like he treated me like an equal, and he was cool with me, and he was very polite and nice to me, and like took care of any concerns I had, and I got to meet Farva from Super Troopers. He was also in the movie. I don't know the actor's name, but like I love Super Troopers. So like while I was getting my makeup done, he's like right next to me getting his makeup done. So we had like a 30-minute conversation. So that alone, honestly, was worth the whole ordeal. Just like chilling with Farva for half an hour. Huh?
Was he a friendly guy?
Really friendly. Like he initiated a conversation with me, and I was like, I think I told him I was like, man, I'm a big fan of Super Troopers and the Broken Lizard stuff. Like I grew up with that. It's really cool to meet you. And he was like, oh yeah, thank you. And we talked about the Super Troopers and how they made that movie and stuff like that. And I don't know, it was cool to meet him. Meeting him, like I said, was worth the whole ordeal of the 4 transcontinental flights and all the bullshit.
And getting cut from that wonderful motion picture.
I was so
was it a full-length picture?
Yeah, I think it was 90 minutes or something like that.
I was like 90 minutes. Oh.
I mean, they were in like I don't know a ton about movie production, but like they had a movie studio, and like the movie is filmed on a plane, like almost all of it is, and so like they had like a giant jumbo jet set inside of a movie studio like warehouse, and like I don't know, it's a plane, like
Could be worth a bit of money.
I guess. I don't know. It wasn't like this was like a YouTube production where there's like 15 people working on it or something like that. There was hundreds of people there.
Called?
Huh?
What's it called?
Airplane mode, I think.
Airplane, right? Yeah, okay, that turns me off instantly.
Yeah, because the whole idea was that
so it's like is it a new thing? Because there's like a trailer out at the moment.
Maybe they never released it. Maybe it got tied up. I think they had some kind of legal issue with the name or something at one point.
Here's Airplane Mode, 19th of September 2019, official trailer for 2020.
God, maybe it might still come out.
Imagine if they uncut you. Oh, he's that. Oh, it's that.
It'll be fun.
Who's that in the trailer? Who's that chick that got really famous on Instagram?
Oh, is it a really cute small chick?
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
I felt there's a part where I'm restraining her, and I felt uncomfortable.
You felt aroused, is what you meant to say.
I was like, you didn't tell me I was gonna have to put my hand over her mouth. I haven't washed my hand all day. I just remember like I've got my hand literally over her mouth, and like I'm thinking like I wouldn't put my hand over my mouth right now. I would wash my own hand before I ate anything right now, and it's just all over her mouth, and I'm thinking like,
dirty girl.
Like,
no, just me.
This thing like right now, this trailer, and it's like the airport security is that like they're coming, they raping everybody, like that they cut from the YouTube videos.
So that's the premise of the movie, is that the airplane is full of like YouTube influencers and like Instagram people, and because they're all so like vapid and self-absorbed, they all want to be like on their phones doing their bullshit. And they don't put their phones on airplane mode, and that causes some sort of malfunction, because one phone off of airplane mode won't do anything, but literally 250 of them apparently does, and that's sort of the premise of the movie.
Do you remember back in the day, people used to make songs and mention like 13 YouTubers in the song, hoping they'd get a shout out and just try to earn their own like clout and love off of everybody else.
Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite quote here from the thingo. And over 23 of the biggest YouTubers.
That's what they're doing.
Over 23 of them. You might be in one of the deleted.
Not over 20.
Oh, deleted scene. Yeah, but that's kind of the point I was getting to. Like, I feel like they made this movie in hopes that it would be popular, not because it's a cinematic masterpiece, but because everybody wants to see X YouTuber.
Of course. They were going to leverage the
fan bases,
Instagrams and Facebooks and just general fan base of all of the people who were in it, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but I guess
Were
it
you
didn't make
also in
money.
a movie called Manhattan?
Mm-mm.
Then you have been falsely attributed for a movie from 2013 because it says you are most known for Manhattan, a 2013 film where you played Julian Rockenberg.
I don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about that.
It's one of the
That's a
8
name.
million movies that was
Amanda-
recently deleted.
Amanda Sterny, that's a name.
That may have been the girl I was restraining. I don't remember her name. She was super fucking hot though. Like she was like hard to be in the same room with hot.
I'm glad you said
wouldn't
you've mentioned 2 stories
be
about that
afraid.
recently. Sometimes women can be distractingly good looking.
Yeah.
I find that women think that about me sometimes.
I can see that.
Oh
Yeah.
no, wait, just the other one, distractingly ugly.
Rapey.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, rapey. Yeah. He looks like a sexual pest. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, this is 4 years ago now, but like, I remember I was telling the story. We were touring dorms that Hope would go to at UNC. UNC's a college nearby. And there was a woman on like an elliptical trainer, I think, in her yoga pants and like a sports bra. And they're like, this is the gym. And we're in there as they're giving a tour of the gym for a while, like 10 minutes. And again, like, no one's going to mention this. No, she is perfect. She's over the top good looking, right? Like Hollywood stars would say, I wish I looked like this woman. And we're all sitting here acting like we care about the fucking rack. Well, okay, maybe that's the wrong thing to. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Just distractingly beautiful person.